That was awesome. Oh my God, what'd you think?
We did that.
Was that everything you expected and more?
Here's to better times in 2021. Let's go. We had an awesome firework display. So let's take a look at our setup footage and we're gonna explain a few things. So right off the bat, do you remember all these empty tubes?
Unfortunately. Dude, you know how long it took us to do that?
Yeah, look.
Just that.
Yeah,
just
that in general.
I'm on top of the pickup right now filming you guys. Here's Michael flattening boxes.
Look at all those God.
Michael, does that bring back a little bit of PTSD?
Yeah, I got a bunch of cardboard box cuts on my hand.
Yeah, look at all those boxes. There was, 20 cases, and these are 428.
But so that was only 20 of them?
That was 20 cases. No, cases. So that was how many boxes? That was probably 100 boxes of shells.
I mean, it was just ridiculous.
2,000 canister shells. Look at that pile.
Poor Garrison had to take all of those apart.
Yeah, so this was the first time I saw the final setup because Garrison did the most.
Oh yeah.
Riley, I got the shot of you loading these into the pickup. This is when we started to throw out our backs.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
But we were sore for like a week.
Yeah, no kidding. I do want to say one thing though. Garrison, he's the one that hooked all this up to the Cobra and scripted the show.
I know.
That's a lot of hours of work off camera. We didn't get any footage of that, but he did the most.
Yeah. Can you believe how nice it was when we were doing this?
Yeah. And look at this guy. 31st. So for those of you that don't know, this is Garrison, and he's the one that did the Cobra and all the fusing and everything. Here's Riley setting up cakes. We had to put them in lines because we had 3 separate modules.
I ain't that.
You didn't even come down with us when we were doing this.
I was not worried.
Yeah, I know. Again, we gotta talk about this.
Nails.
We gotta talk about this. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah, we had to because I thought this was gonna be the thumbnail, but then I used a different one because you couldn't see the. I mean, you can't really see the vast.
You see that we all at the same time with our hands.
Okay, so how Garrison had it set up, it was out and in, right? So he thought he had it set up to where it would just be straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. Well, that first row was, or first or second row was, I don't know, maybe you could back it up a little bit.
Well, I think we got 10 in before that became a
right,
thing.
So yeah, and then, because I didn't know right away, and then you guys told me about the out and in part. How
I didn't know.
Yeah, so it was an in had to go with an out, and then, the out, in.
Yeah.
And so we had to rearrange the whole thing, and so it ended up looking a little wonky, but it worked out just fine.
Yeah, I mean, it shot the same way. The only time that would become a problem is because when you're fusing shells, the fuse has to lead.
Right.
But if the fuse is coming this way against the shell, you don't always guarantee that it's going to go off.
Right.
So that's what he was worried about.
Well, and he even said he meant to do it that to where it would just line up all the way. But I mean, it's so difficult with the type of canisters that we were using. He was telling me that some of them were odd and some of them were even, and so there was only a certain way he could do the out and in, and so that's why it ended up having to look like that. But it worked out just fine. So it was just aesthetically not too pleasing.
Yeah, well, and so the reason I wasn't so concerned about that is because you guys clearly saw how much fire that put off. So I was like, there's no way that they're not all going to go.
Right.
But anyway, we were kind of.
It was interesting though. It was really interesting though.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
We ended up fixing it. Yeah, you still weren't here.
Yeah. So see, it was fine for a while, and then it just got wonky. But that back part was really.
We did end up fixing it though. We found a way to fix it, which is weird, but we definitely figured it out. And then hooking up all the wires. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you guys one of those strobing willows did not go off?
Really?
Yeah. So one of the wires popped out. I don't know how.
Yeah, but that was the one that I fell on.
Yeah, but the one that you fell on, I don't think it was that one.
And you guys checked them.
Yeah, we checked them. I checked continuity on everything, and. So what must have happened is remember how I showed you the green part can slide back?
Yep.
I think it must have slid back.
Yeah. Can you do that motion again for me?
If you guys notice, it really dragged out. I know a lot of you guys noticed that too. Mm-hmm. There was a point when we got 10 minutes in that it just kind of repeatedly they were shooting canister shells, and it was not a very fast pace.
Yeah.
I think if we would have just made that 2 minutes long, but then fast fuse the rest for a big mass finale,
or even have something in between. You could have a few.
Yeah, and I wish we had the stuff in the beginning angled while that was happening, but it did kind of drag out, and we did use all the same canister shells. I think we could have switched it up a little bit, but then again, you've got to look at like the caliber of this firework display, and the fact that like we didn't really have that many options,
and not a whole lot of time.
Yeah, and with the time we had, and like we wanted to obviously get the cheapest shells we could buy since it's 2,000 shells.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really have that many options.
Yeah.
But either way, I think it turned out great. But definitely next year, if we do this again, we got to cut it by at least 6 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, because the only reason I say that is because I mean, obviously you like all of the ones, but I agree with the fast fusing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you could fast fuse, like how many of those milk crates did we have?
We had, God, I don't even know. We had,
It was like 50. It was like 50 something.
Yeah,
so it was like 50 something.
I wish I had a clip of that too, but
yeah, I think it was 54. I think it was 54. I think it was 54 total milk cartons.
Well, so
if you fast fuse every other milk carton, or you know what I mean, like,
dude, I bought 65 milk crates.
Right, and we didn't.
And that wasn't including the ones that he already had.
Right.
So we used 80 in this video.
I mean, it was
80.
yeah.
But I mean.
But I see what you mean by like maybe fast fusing a few of them.
Yeah, because I know I got a lot of comments on the video that it seemed like it dragged out longer than it needed to be. I think we could definitely fix that if we increase the pace. Like, because I told you guys all before you came there it was supposed to last 15 minutes. It ended up being 22 minutes.
Oh,
so
okay,
if we could stick it to the 15 minutes, I think it would have been a beast. Yeah, so we're gonna ask the winner of the firework competition.
I still had
Michael.
the best firework.
He had the best finale. We made that.
Hey, for the two that voted for me, I love you. Just know.
There was quite a few people rooting for you in the comments. Yeah, there was quite a few. Yeah, there was quite a few. So, but Lexi, what did you think about this show? I know you filmed most of it. What did you think, and what could we do better next time?
I just like when it's more fast paced.
Yeah, same.
I think that was everyone's that was everyone's consensus, was just speed it up just a tad.
Speed it up a little bit.
But with the amount of time that we had to do it, and like the amount of planning,
yeah,
and Garrison did a lot of that by himself, so it was like.
Well, and just so you know, we were both under the impression that it was going to last 15 minutes.
Course,
so that was a lot of fusing error. Like we got to work on that. And now that we know, we've actually done it. What did you think? Because you were there. I don't think you filmed it though.
No, I don't know anything about fireworks, and I thought that was the best show I've ever seen.
Awesome, I love it.
So
you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did.
Sweet.
The finale was probably the best.
Yeah, that was.
The finale was killer.
That was the best thing I've
ever liked. So that was a 20-second finale, but there was over 400 shells in 20 seconds.
It lit up, dude,
in the drone footage.
It lit up Mott.
Yeah.
It lit up the town.
It lit up the entire town, and you guys will see that when I show the drone footage. But it was epic. It was 100% epic. Like the highway that we drove in on to get there, you could see it from the video.
I mean,
so it turned night into day.
And then the drone gets punched.
Yep.
Never reminded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be, making emotion paintable and so tell me, is this what you made me?
better times in 2021.
Let's go.
We had an awesome firework display.